2TC is an achievement in Bloons Tower Defense 6 where you can complete chimps with only 2 towers placed down. We're going to be doing this with the spirit duo of the Spirit of the Forest and Corvus the Spirit Walker. So let us get cracking with this adventure of ours, and hopefully by the end of all of this shtick, we will have a completed 2TC. By the way, this is not the first time that this particular combo has been discovered at this given point in time. There's actually been a combo of these two on both logs and resort. So this is just a alteration of the record, but it's not the record, as in the original record. There's an original record on this map though. We're only going to get our Druid up to a 120 for the time being. Even though we'll have the money for Druid of the Jungle soon, I want to hold this off for as long as possible so that we can maximize our harvest usage. Our biggest issue throughout this entire run are going to be camos, because until we get Spirit of the Forest, we're going to have to solely rely on Corvus in order to actually get the camo pop. Sorry, I don't know where I was going with that, but we need to rely on him on camo pops, but it's only temporary means of being able to pop camos and go through all that jazz. So we need to be able to know, well, there we go, there is the unlockage of being able to pop camo. So we're going to let this particular camo go by using Soul Barrier. So it will use up mana in order to generate artificial lives. So I wonder if Ninja Kiwi is going to remove this particular feature in a chimps run, because like that is kind of cheating because you're technically losing lives, but I'm all for it. Okay, we have multiple camos this particular round, so what we're going to need to do is try and time ourselves so that we use this as late as possible so that we can link it with Spear, so that then the lightning also goes towards balloons that are far away. And when this attacks balloons with vision on, it removes the camo status as well, which is kind of a big thing really, because this does not have innate camo detection. By the way, we're going to go with Druid Jungle and Jungle's Bounty now, because I think it's kind of needed to get through these rounds, but I just really wanted the early harvest. Vision, Spear. Oh, just vision. Don't need the spear for that particular one. They're not hugely spread out, but the 40s and the 50s, now they're going to be a big challenge. By the way, we're saving up for Spirit of the Forest. We're going to let these camos go, because it's not needed to use vision when the camos on that particular round are, well, they're all squeezed in like that. First Moab of the day. Aggression and Spear. And hopefully that will be enough for us to get through the round here. But, ooh, we've run out. Hold on, can we? Yeah, we can still do it. We can still do it. Yeah, excellent. I was worried I was using nourishment too late there. Once again, we're going to use Soul Barrier to remove these rainbows from the equation. It's just not needed to pop them when we can preserve vision for the longer camo rounds. Speaking of the devil, vision and Spear, and that deals with that beautifully. But now, round 46. Are we going to be needing some kind of camo proof necessary aspect like Soul Barrier? Well, I think we're going to get it back in time. Yeah, definitely. Okay, this is where a huge aspect comes into the fold. How are we going to deal with all this? Well, there is an idea that I have. Initialize vision with Spear to get all of these. We're going to turn Spirit off. Now, just before vision ends, use Trample. This Trample will still have vision even when vision has run out. And this is going to make the difference between us being able to get through the round and not.
What is it?
Did I mistime it? I think I must have mistimed this. No, I haven't actually. Let's use that, and then vision again, and then use Spear again if I can get it out in time. Yeah, we managed to do so. So that's the idea with that particular duo of camos, is that you need to use soul barrier to give yourself enough time so that then you can get vision back from round 47. And that's round 50 cleared just like that. Good. I kind of want to I did cancel you, didn't I? I want to I want to delay this as much as possible. Vision, then spear. I guess I left it a bit too late there. I don't want to cast this too late though. That's my issue at the moment. If I cast it too late, then I feel like I'm not going to be able to get all this. Round. No, we got through the camo ceramics there, which is good. And we are 7k away from being able to get the Spirit of the Forest. And when I get Spirit of the Forest, our later camo issues, except with DDTs, will be solved. Vision Spear. And I hope this will be necessary to defeat this round. But, oh. Yeah, I should have used the trample again there. Vision Spear. Dismiss Spear. And then once this is just about to run out, then use trample. And there goes the rest of our camo issues. I saved the rest of our camo issues. Dare you do that to me? Mana shield and all of those. Oh, crikey. I thought I had it there, but I guess not. Storm and Spear are enough to clear up these early stage Moabs, so just rely on these two and then dismiss them as soon as they're popped down to ceramics with this particular stage of the game. More vision required, but this is going to be our last needed use of it until the 90s. And we have Spirit of the Forest. Excellent. We no longer need to solely rely on vision to grant us the means of popping camo balloons. And also stripping them of their camo needs, because of the fact that these vines on the ground can by default pop camo balloons. And by nature we go with hardthorn so that we can pop camo leads, which means we can damage DDTs with Spirit of the Forest itself. Spear and Storm. Now with Spirit of the Forest in the field, we can now focus on nourishment once again, because of the fact that we do not need to rely on our beloved Corvus to get us through the rounds when there's a lot of camo balloons. Only two things are happening right now. Spirit of the Forest, for the majority of the part, is popping the balloons. And every time nourishment recharges, we will then use it again for more hero experience. You can't see camos? No problem. Our thorns on the ground can deal that for you, Corvus, the Spirit Walker, with your fellow spirit brethren. Spirit of the Forest. One person in my Corvus to Megapops achievement guide video made a great observation actually. Corvus is a very micro intensive hero to use, which I agree with, and it's fun to watch but bad to play with. So from a viewer perspective, it must be quite satisfying to see all these buttons being clicked. But I actually agree with that sentiment actually. I really dislike microing, so that for example ace microing, mortar microing, and button mashing microing with Corvus, but this is probably my least hated micromanagement, because when you look at everything and try and see what everything does, they all have a specific purpose in a way. Like if you feel like the balloons are going to escape, you can use repel to push them back so that they go back into the thorns of the field. Nourishment, please. I could show you the regrow rainbows on this round, but I'm like, what regrow rainbows? Okay, now that there's only 4 to 5 BFBs left, we're going to move Corvus over here, because over here is where the majority of the pops are going to consist from now on. I would say there's still rounds like 83, but super fortified ceramics can make their way quite far when there's a Spirit in the Forest in the field. This is not totally brilliant against ceramic balloons, but it is a bloody brilliant tower to put down against ceramics. Spirit of the Forest for me is definitely an S tier tower for what it's very good at. Like, all towers in their own way are very good at something, but even the Spirit of Forest has a moderate amount of damage against Moab class balloons. Yes, it will struggle against like fortified ZOMGs. It really struggles against DDTs. And yeah, we're not going to talk about the bad at any given point in time. But each tower has a usage. It has a niche. We're going to give that just because we can. But you get what I mean. It's like you see Spirit of the Forest firsthand, and it just is one of the best cures for huge amounts of ceramics, huge amounts of smaller balloons. But even right here against BFBs, it is whittling them down very well. Normal ZMGs we're fine with, because even on around like round 98, normal ZMGs will be eventually popped down from its strongest stage being the ZMG to nothing. Fortified BFBs, not a problem. This being does bonus... No, it does bonus damage against ceramics. I'd say it does bonus damage against fortified and ceramics, but it's just ceramics. But that's still a good thing. When you can do that sort of thing, yeah, that's a good thing. A very, very good thing. Right, round 87 for ZOMGs. Again, Spirit of the Forest is going to provide to us the majority of the pops. This is one of those rare scenarios where round 97 is a bigger threat than round 98. Because this is kind of like a dumbed down version of round 98, BFBs and ZOMGs. But it's because of the fact that this can solo round 98 that this is, well, is more reliant on round 97 to get through the twice amount of health that a fortified has in comparison to a non-fortified ZOMG. Okay, no more we're going to be using nourishment because we really need to use vision for next round against the DDTs. We need it so that we can actually attack them because this is, I'm not going to lie, it doesn't clear DDTs at all. Use it as early as possible, then use Spear and Storm. And hopefully that will be enough to get us through this scenario. And it has. Good, good. Once it's able to attack a DT, it should strip it of its camo status. We have been using money as well to level up Corvus. Let's switch Corvus to Strong, so it's always targeting DDTs when we have vision on. Now hopefully this combo will be enough again. Yes! Goodness sakes! I believe it's the, I think Storm doesn't do anything because it's lead. But Spear, oh gosh, now that is a great DDT counter. Round 94 has been cleared up very well. And notice how Spirit is only targeting the strongest most balloon, which is kind of what we need. This can target the weaker balloons just fine. Okay. Vision needs to be used as late as possible. We want to be able to attack all of these DDTs. So, Vision, Echo, Reap, Ancestral Might. And hopefully we'll be able to attack all of the DDTs here and there. And... slightly later. Oh gosh, we did destroy one of those DDTs. There we go. That is round 95 cleared. It's the layout of the map that makes it possible so that we can actually use vision on all of the DDTs. So that we can always attack it even when vision is ended, because Spear was able to get to the last DDT there, which was brilliant. Otherwise, we wouldn't be able to remove the camo status off it. Nourishment? Yeah, why not? Level 19. Oh, we almost completely recovered our... mana there. Pretty much recovered our mana. We have recovered our mana. There we go. Level 20. What are we going to do to you two, DDT? I mean, ZOMGs. You're going to die. Just like that. Round 98. Yeah, I'm sorry, but that duo is just OP. We don't need to worry about this round. Just use that for our own need. Okay, nourishment consumes all mana and converts it into cash. So that was correct. It does do that after we get to level 20, and that makes sense because it has nothing else to use it on. We still need to be careful though for round 99 because we don't want to completely run out of mana here. So, But then again, if we don't do enough damage, these fortifiers will be a big thorn on our side. Yeah, we need to use something else alongside all of this. Is this round? Yes, that's round. Now then, it's time for your annihilation. Let's use Echo and Ancestral Might, and also the Ritual as well, because we've got nothing else to use it on. So now what we're going to need to do is a little bit of timing here. Let's use Reap again, and we are going to overload this abomination. And yes, we can use it again. Vision Overlord. Load, sorry. Let's see. Pop. Pop, please. You can do it. This is actually quite late into the round. It should have popped a little bit earlier. Maybe I used it a little late? A little early on the round when it comes to Echo. Nah, that was a poor usage there. There we go. We used the overload on the DDTs, and now we need to just use all of our remaining abilities on the ZMG. So Spear, Storm, Aggression, that, and that as well. Come on now. We have this secured. That is a 2-tower Chimps with Spirit of the Forest and Corvus. I'm not too sure what other track lengths that we can utilize this on. Like, because of the layout of this map, it means that we can try and use Vision as late as possible so that we can pop all of the DDTs as late as possible. Not as late as possible, but as able as possible. But that, folks, is what we call a bit of trolling on here. With 2 different towers with Spirit in their name. Thank you all so much for watching. Let me know if you'd like to see more of Corvus in the near future. I do want to do a generalized video of Update 40 and see things like, let's say, for example, where are you? Boss challenges. So what different bosses can we interface here? Thank you all so much for watching, and take care of yourselves.